Hello there. Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. How are you doing today? You're doing good? Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm assuming you're my next appointment? Great, great. Okay, let me pull up your information here. Okay, and oh, I see you didn't fill out the form. Is that for any particular reason? Oh, you just didn't get to it? Okay, well, I can help you fill it out. The receptionist really should have done this with you, but I'm happy to do it. It's really not a big deal. Could I get your first and last name, please? Okay. And how do you spell that last name? Yeah, these days a lot of people end up having very unique spelling names, so I try not to assume. But it can be a bit difficult, to say the least. Okay. And could I get just like your general address? It doesn't have to be like if you live in an apartment complex or anything, it doesn't have to be specific. We don't want to send you any junk mail or anything, but just so that we know the general area that you're living. Okay. Yeah, we tend not to send any information, or like we don't send any contacts or like glasses or anything through the mail. That's not you have to come pick it up in the store. Okay. And do you have any allergies, any medical sort of medical diagnoses that I need to be aware of? Okay. I don't know if that's going to come up, but it's always good to know. And okay. And do you wear contacts? Do you wear glasses? Okay. Is this your first time with us? Okay. Where did you go before? Yeah, we're going to have to contact them then to get your information. Just, we don't want to keep you here longer than necessary. We don't want to, redo tests that you might have done before or anything like that. So just something very normal and specific here. Okay, and then if you could, if you could like tell me, how often are you staring at a screen per day, right? Like, is it like 3 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, the majority of the day, you'd say? Anything? No judgment as well. Like I look at a screen all the time, so it's just so that I have a better idea as to what I'm working with here. Okay. Okay, and then I see here that you don't have, we didn't take your insurance information. We can do that now if you have your insurance card, or if not, that's totally fine. We can do that later. It's just really not a big deal, just whether you wanted to do it now or not. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it later. That is totally okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so this is a standard annual eye exam. All right. Okay, so the first test we're going to do with you today is actually going to be a color test. I like to start off with the color tests because they tend to put a little bit of a foundation as to what I'm working with here, especially because a lot of my clients tend to either not know that they're colorblind or, they've just never done it before. So I have some cards with me here, and I'm going to ask you to identify a particular color. So I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to tell me the color, okay? So here is the first card, and I'm going to ask you a question about the colors that you're seeing. Can you tell me which color of these four is the warmest color? Okay, great. It's the red. Okay. Can you tell me which color here is the most saturated? Yes, the most saturated. Okay, very good. Okay, now, can you identify the color closest to the previous answer? this one? Okay. Now, over here, can you tell me which color resembles sunlight the most? Here, I'll give you a closer look here. Okay. Now, which color reminds you of the sea? Okay. All right, so over here, which color lacks a reddish hue? Which color lacks a reddish hue? Or another way to put it, which color is the least pink as well? Pink is part of the reddish hue. Is it this one? Is it this one? This one? Or this one? Okay. Okay, very good so far. Just a couple more here. Okay. So, of these colors, which one would you say is a primary color? Yes. Okay. And lastly here, which color here stands out from the rest? Which color stands out? Is that a difficult question? Which color is different? Perhaps of a different, if all of them are warm, which one is cold? If all of them are cold, which one is warm? I think that's a good hint for you there. Okay, very good, very good. Good job, good job. Okay. All right, so with colors, I'm also going to move on slightly. I'm going to need to give you a little bit of a break here. So let's just go ahead and test some of your reading slash sort of letter identifying skills here. So here I have a book. It is Robin Hood. Yeah, I know. So what I'm going to need you to do here is simply read. Let me just set this up for you. Yes, you can put your head right on the device here. Yeah, perfect, perfect. All right, so I'm going to need you to read this first line over here. So just right here, this line. Yep. Can you read that for me? Okay. Can you read this last word over here? Can you read the page number? Okay. Now, can you identify what action is happening here? Can you identify what sort of expression is this person doing? What are they feeling? This person. Okay. 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 Interesting. So I want to, because of your answers here, I kind of want to get a little bit closer and just take a good look at your eye here. So keep your head on the device. I'm just going to get a little bit closer here. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to touch your eyelids just to open them a little bit and take a better look, okay? Okay, so just, okay, and just, yeah, okay. Can you look up for me? Okay. Look down. Look to the left. Now the right. Okay, now the other eye. Okay. Can you look up for me? Look down. Look to the left. Look to the right. Can you look straight ahead? Yes, just right at my nose. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up? Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay. Oh, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just sort of noticing what could be a little bit of fogginess. I'm not 100% sure here, so I just want to do a few more tests and maybe even try out a couple of lenses to see how you fare, okay? Okay. So, let's move on here just to check your eyes and check a little bit of that fogginess. I am going to, and see if it's like, if I'm making it up or whatever, I'm going to give you 2 different nail polishes, and I want you to identify which one is sparkly and which one is not, okay? So, there's this one, and there's this one. Can you identify between these two which one is sparkly and which one is not? Is it this one or this one? Okay, let's do that again. There we go. Now, is this one sparkly or is this one sparkly? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay. Okay. Last one here. Okay. So, can you tell me which one of these is sparkly and which one is not sparkly? Okay. Good. Good. No, you did very well. Yeah, it's nothing at all, actually. I think I just was noticing something. Might be just a little bit of the device not really working very well. Yeah, it was donated to us, so, you know, there can be a few hiccups, which is why we tend to double check these kinds of things. Okay, so you passed that fairly well. What I want to do next is help you out with just a couple of lens checks, okay? So we're going to bring these back, these little color cards, but we're not going to be looking at the colors anymore. We'll be looking at the letters and numbers that are underneath the colors. So, just without any lenses, can you tell me the 4 letters that are on this card? The 4 letters. This letter, this letter, this letter, and this letter. Okay. Now, can you tell me the 4 letters on this card? Okay. Okay, so here I'm going to now put a lens on you, like so. So now, with the lens on, can you identify the 4 letters now? And please read them out to me. Okay. Can you see the letters better with or without? With or without? Okay. It's a bit strong. Okay, let me do this then. Get you a different lens here. Okay. Now let's try this one. Can you tell me what the numbers that are on this card? The numbers that are on this card. Or is it a little hard to see? Okay. Is it better with or without? With or without? Without? Okay. Okay then. Pretty good. Pretty good, I'd say. Okay, so. Okay. Looking good so far. Looking very good so far. So I think one of the few things that we have to do left here is, where is my device? Okay. I need you to follow the tip here. Okay? Follow the tip. And I'm going to be inspecting your eyes as you do this. Please follow it. Just the tip. Okay? Okay. 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 Now I need you to look at my nose as I bring in this device here. This device is going to examine your eyes, but I'm going to need you to just look at my nose, and then this will take the measurements for me, okay? Okay, so just look at my nose, please, right here, and okay. 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 Now, can you look up for me? Okay. Look down for me. Look to the right for me. And the left. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so we have here your eyesight doesn't seem to have changed from the last time. You don't need any new lenses or anything like that. You seem fairly stable, which is a good thing, right? So yes, I know it's your first time here, but from our records / like what you have told us. So okay, and so with that, I'm going to then ask you if you're interested in any new lenses, not new lenses, but new frames, or any new contacts or anything like that. If you want to re-up on contacts, we can help you with that, of course, or anything like that. Okay, yeah, you're a bit worried about contacts, so you might be interested in frames, but you're not 100% sure if you need any. Well, you can go ahead and take a look. It's really not... it's not scary or anything like that, so you really shouldn't have a problem with that. But if you want any help, if you want any, if you have any concerns, or if you're wanting pricing as well, the receptionist should be able to help you out with that, especially because that is their job. So you're really not bothering them when you're doing that. Okay. Yeah, we carry some pretty good frames here. We try not to carry any of the like designer frames or anything like that. You know, we're trying to be green, and we're trying not to support any, corporations that are sort of up marketing their frames incredibly expensive when it doesn't really need to be, you know. But we're also trying to pay everybody fairly in terms of the process of who actually makes the frames, right? So you'll find our prices to be fairly not necessarily cheap, but they're not overly expensive, and they're not going to be, the ones that you're going to find are not going to be recognizable in terms of brand names, if that's okay. Okay. Okay, well, you can go have a look. Otherwise, I can send you your prescription, but you kind of already know what your prescription is. Since it hasn't changed, but it's good for you to come back every so often for an eye exam. It's always good to make sure that you don't have any diseases. I was a little worried about some fogginess in your eyes, but really that turned out not to be anything. But if there was anything, we would have caught it, right? And we would have been able to do something about it, or at the very least educate you on what are the next steps, right? Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in, and hopefully the receptionist will be able to help you out if you do end up looking for frames, okay? Okay, then. Well, have a good one. Bye-bye.